Hello you guys. So apologies for me sitting really far back. The sun is in my face, so I'm just going to be back here for the video. I hope you guys are good. I'm really sorry that this video is late. I filmed a back workout and I filmed an update about 3-4 weeks ago, and then I tried to upload it onto my computer and there was a bit of a problem, and then I got really bogged down with work, and then Christmas happened, and then work was crazy in the new year, and then it just, you know, time just kind of passes really quick. So I'm going to still share with you my back workout because it's a pretty good back workout. But I'm just going to redo my update for you because it's more relevant now, because obviously an update 4 weeks ago is old news. So I'm well and truly into my life season. So for those of you that don't know, I've stopped competing and I am really trying to live a happy, healthy, balanced life. Aren't we all? So it was actually really weird because I'm so used to seeing in the new year and then starting prep. I pretty much always start prep in January. Irregardless of what show I'm doing, I just like to kind of get my prep in early and just get my head down and get into that mindset. And also I tend to have quite a lot of weight to lose, so I just like to give myself a long time to get really into the zone. So New Year was quite weird because it was that sensation of, oh, so, and it wasn't a bad thing, and it isn't a bad thing that I'm not prepping. It was just, didn't quite know what to do with myself. And it, like I said, wasn't a negative, you know, I'm so lost without competing, what am I going to do? It was just a different feeling. So that was quite weird in itself, feeling that way. I've actually been doing really well previously. As soon as I finished my show, there was a good 6 to 8 weeks where I got really in my groove and I thought I could do this, you know, I'm feeling healthy, I'm feeling strong, I'm happy, I'm still eating and I'm still socializing with people, and there's no restriction there as such, and I'm still eating the foods that I love, and I'm still training hard. So I was in a really, really good groove. Then my hormones decided to just shit on everything. So basically, I'm really sorry if you're a guy and you're watching this, because this is gonna be quite a long talk about periods and us females and what we have to go through. But nevertheless, it might be good for you to kind of listen to it, and you know, you can help your partner or your friends or family. I'm just not going to just bitch for 10 minutes about hormones. But basically, I was in a really, really good groove, 8 to 10 weeks, and then I got my period. Now, for those of you that don't know, I lose my periods when I do prep. And last year, I spent the majority of the year, a big majority of the year, not having a period. Now, that isn't healthy, by the way. Let me first start by saying that. You don't have to lose your period when you're prepping. It's not a sign to say, oh, I'm really lean, it's really good. Some people get super lean and still have their periods, and that is fantastic. I am one of those people that loses my periods when I lose body fat. I wonder if it's something to do with my history, I did lose my periods quite a bit when I was anorexic, and I do wonder whether my body is now, the minute I do drop body fat, I think my body's like, So yeah, I wonder whether it's to do with that, but you know, some people do lose them, and that's that. It's not healthy, but I'm just giving you an honest account as always. So I knew I was in for a bit of a shitstorm, because obviously last year there was pretty much no periods, and if I'm honest, that felt quite good for me, because with periods come hormones and up and down emotions, and that is the last thing that you want on prep. So it was very easy for me to kind of prep where I wasn't finding this surge in estrogen, and do you know what I mean? It was much more, just easier. Again, I'm being honest, it's not healthy, let me just say that. So I was very prepared that when I did get my periods back, that I was going to be in for a bit of a, bit of a tough time. Now, I've had 3 since my show, and they actually came back pretty quick. I think about 8 weeks after my show, I want to say. And I was so happy because normally it takes a little bit longer for them to come back. So I was really, really happy the fact that they did come back and everything seems, normal. Then, then the hormones hit, and it was not fun, guys. It was really bad. So like I said, I've had my 3rd one just recently, and just to sum up the month, I get about 5 to 6 days where I feel really good. I feel positive, I feel happy, I feel like me, I feel strong, I feel like I like the way I look, and I have this real, oh yeah, I love the balance, and I love, I'm a bit softer, but embrace myself, and it's all good. And then the rest of the month, so the 3 weeks of the month is low, miserable, anxious, shit. And it's been really hard. And I've pretty much had that for 3 months. So I've had 6-7 days of great, rest 21 days of just shit. And that has been really hard to get my head around. I've been waking up and I've been feeling really low, and I've been feeling really negative, and I just haven't wanted to even look at myself in the mirror. When I've been training, I've been really sort of self-conscious, and I know that this is just hormones and that I just need to keep my head down and just keep chugging on. But it's really, really difficult when a few days turns into a week, turns into 2 weeks, turns into 3 weeks of you just feeling shit. So, I have struggled with my food, and the whole of my life season up until getting my period, I was doing really, really well. And so it has been quite hard for me mentally to kind of struggle with my food again. And I don't necessarily think it's a thing of cravings. I think it is a coping mechanism. I think I feel so guilty for feeling so low, so fatigued, so down in the dumps, that I'm actually eating. I'm eating my feelings. I'm trying to just compensate feeling that way because I don't want to feel that way. So that has been a whole new discovery of trying to be much more mindful and aware of my feelings rather than just trying to eat them. Eat everything. So it has been really up and down, and my 3rd period just gone, it was probably the worst one, and I said to myself, that's enough now. We can't have this. We can't, I want to be healthy, and with that means regular periods. So I have to find a way to combat these hormones and these feelings, and hope that in time they will get better, because my body will be much more in balance and in tune with itself than having no periods all of last year. Now, the only issue is that with my hormones, I get something called a premenstrual migraine. And luckily, I normally only get it for about a day, but I lose my vision, I go numb down one side of my body. I don't tend to get too much of a headache, but I just feel very nauseous and very... I just can't see pretty much anything, so I have to lay in a dark room and just kind of wait to get it gone. And then the next day I'm pretty much fine, but I am left with this kind of heavy head and a little bit sort of dozy. So this just sounds like I'm just moaning my head off, but I want to kind of just do an honest update, as always. So I am sorry that this is quite negative. However, I'm trying to spin it as to, 3 months of just really hard times of, a few days of good, but the rest of the time's been awful. So I'm trying to now come up with an action plan as to, my periods are going to come every month. So what can I do? How can I manage things better? How can I manage my emotions better? So my plan of action is to, when I start to feel that my hormones change and I do get that shift in, you know, I start to feel a bit more negative, I start to not like the way I look in the mirror, I just have to keep a very strong mind and think, you know what, nothing's changed. You're holding water, you haven't got fat, you're feeling a little bit down because your hormones are just in a slightly different place, but you're not a down person, you're a positive person. And I'm just going to try and be much more positive about the process than just go, oh my God, I can't cope, which is what I've done for the last 3 months. Now, as you know, if any of you guys have had any sort of binge eating issues, or just, you know, you like a bit of food, it's very easy, as soon as you've had that one bit of food, to then just, it's like a snowball effect, and then it's just like, and then you just go and crazy and eat everything. So for me, in terms of that, I need to be much more aware of when I'm feeling a little bit more sensitive and a bit more hormonal, that I do not go to food for anything. I stick religiously to my plan. So I'm actually much more stricter. I'm not doing this, oh, I'm just going to eat intuitively. There's no point me doing that, because then I will go off the rails. So for this time, for me to get over this hump in hormones, I have to be on plan and stick to things religiously. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and combat it in that way and just hope that I can just ride out better. You know, even if the point is, you know, sometimes maybe I just don't look in the mirror. Sometimes I just keep my big baggy jumper on and I keep my head down and I stay focused. There, I think, is sometimes so much pressure. Again, I've spoken to you guys before about the whole social media thing, but there is a huge amount of pressure when you feel, even if you've got, you know, not a massive following, you still are putting out your thoughts, feelings, and you know, say your physique if you're into fitness, and irregardless of anything, you will be judged. And it doesn't matter if it's a good judge or a bad judge. And I myself do it sometimes. You know, I look at someone and go, oh, they're looking a little bit softer. So what? It's, you know, it's just, we just judge all the time. So there was an element of that for me where I've been thinking, oh God, you know, I'm feeling this pressure from social media as well, that I need to be this happy, positive person because I'm in my life season. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes there is a bit of negative. Sometimes there is a bit of, you know, just a shit time. And that's okay, by the way. This video, you know, again, a bit apprehensive because it's quite a negative, or it would be perceived as quite a negative video, because I'm being, you know, I'm moaning and I'm talking about that I've had a hard time recently. But I want this to be a positive video. I want this to make you realise that we all go through these up and downs, and what we need to do is actually just give ourselves an action plan. You can't just sit and wait for it to happen. You've got to think, right, how can I sort myself out? So I'm going to get my period. It's going to happen. So what can I do? I can't stop it. I need to think, how can I manage it? And you can apply that to pretty much anything. So yeah, I think it's just, you know, it's another learning curve. Coming out of my show, it was, right, control yourself around food because you've been very strict, and now you can eat anything you want. And I conquered that and I felt really good and it was great. Now it's the hormones, and I'm so happy to have them back. I am. So now I just need to manage it a bit better and just learn that my body is just going through some stuff, and I just have to be kind to it, and I have to not feed it with shit. I have to feed it with good, wholesome foods and just be a little bit kinder to myself. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping by the next time that I give you guys an update that it will be much more positive, and I will be able to say to you that I managed, you know, my next sort of rage of hormones a lot better, and because I put in that action plan, and because I was to plan. So I'm hoping that, you know, this video does help some of you. As always, that's the whole point of me doing these videos. I still do have quite a few questions to do a Q&A with, so I will get that up quite soon. And let me know, as always, if there are other things that you want to know about or you want me to talk about, because like I said, the only reason I do these videos are for you guys. So there's no point me just whittling on about something that you guys are like, don't really care. So please let me know. The back workout will be in this video, so I'll do it now. So this back workout was actually, funny enough, was a workout where someone called me really fat. How could you wear a sports bra because you're really, you know, what happened to you? You've got so fat. I actually thought I looked quite good, but whatever. But I want to share that back workout with you because, like I said, I thought it was quite a good one. There was some different stuff there that you guys might want to try, and you do like a good back workout, don't you? So there we go. I hope you guys are good. I'm determined to give you a video, an update soon in a few months where hormones will be sorted out and it will all be good. But you know what? The down days are there. They're always going to be there. It's just how we manage our feelings and our emotions as to the outcome and as to how much it's going to affect us. So as always, thank you for your support. Thank you for listening to me whittle on about everything. And I hope you enjoy the back workout. Please let me know if you try it and if you like it, and let me know what you want to see next. Thank you guys.
Three, two more. Let's go. Two, last one. Up, hold, that's fine, and just, you know, get them up to there. They are. Do you know, like, last one. Good work. Much better set. Too much of your toes in the last rep.
The supplier of the spices, for you are the part and your table is ready with a little 60% selection for only $3.69. Subject to availability,
I'm not counting. I'm filming.
And that way.